before we start the show, there are a few people that I wanted to thank. The head of our Manuyot program is Mrs. Jen Freeman. We also have the two unit heads, the heads of our Shani Girls program, which is in charge of the Rochel, which is Mrs. Shani Motechin and Mrs. Panina Richmond. I also wanted to thank the head of our art program within the Manuyot division, which is Mrs. Adrienne Hoffman. And then the two people who are responsible for putting on the show and for running the show is Mrs. Shira Newman and Sarah Kay. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to introduce to you Mrs. Freeman.
First of all, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I wanted to thank, in addition to the people that Rabbi Gold was just mentioning, I also wanted to thank all of the counselors who worked extremely hard to pull this show together, to pull the art show together, and to run the other Manuyot bunks that we have. First of all, beginning with our Shlishi travel bunk. I don't know which counselors are here tonight, but I'm going to mention them anyway. Senior counselor Tamar Annenberg and junior counselor Tehila Finkelstein. Our DART program, which going forward is going to be referred to as just the Shlishi program, as opposed to the Shlishi travel, became so popular that we had to divide it into two bunks over the second month. So first we have the DART More Sports bunk. That's senior counselor Hani Colton, junior counselor Dasi Dominich, and we have our DART Less Sports bunk, senior counselor Chana Perline, junior counselor Mary Wagner. Our art bunk that is responsible for the art show that everybody was just enjoying in the other room, senior counselor Gabby London, junior counselor Liat Clark, and finally our drama bunk, whose counselors are hiding backstage getting ready for the show, senior counselor Elisheva Kapnick, and junior counselor Daniela Fishkin. I just want to say, and I know that I say this often, but when I see the art that's presented in the art show, each time I see this, it blows my mind. That each and every one of the girls is so individually talented that the art that they pull together often surprises even the parents. And all of that is due to the amazing talent of Mrs. Adrienne Hoffman. And I'd like to call on her for a moment to say a few words.
Welcome. First of all, thank you for coming tonight, and even more important, thank you for sending your daughters to our camp. I had, let's see, 12, 20, about 30 different campers this summer, and getting to know each one of them was truly a pleasure, and each one of them taught me things which I just love. I just love hanging out with the girls and making art, and I appreciate that you trust us with your daughters and you let us spend so much time with them. Thank you very much. All the art out there, they did 100% themselves. I demonstrate with tissue paper, I convey things verbally, but it's all their choice, what marks they put down, so that when they leave here and they go home and show it to their family, it's all theirs, 100% theirs. Additionally, I try to teach them skills that they can take on from here. Just this evening, one young lady said to me, I think this is going to help me in my painting class. And I said, it is. But not because her painting class isn't good, but when you learn one thing, you bring it to painting class and you put them together and it just pops into life. So this is my 6th summer here, and I really am glad that I came up to the new campsite in Oltapan. Thank you for supporting us and coming up here. And I wish you all a great evening. Please take your children's artwork home with you, and I look forward to seeing you next summer. I'm going to hand it over to you.
I also want to thank Elisheva Glicksman, who is Mrs. Hoffman's assistant in the mornings, who is busy helping to clean up the art show as we speak. When we switched campuses to the Old Japan campus, a humongous change took place within the drama program, which is that when we were in the Y previously, we used to practice every day on the stage. And we had the auditorium on site. As you know, we're in Ben Parat Yosef now, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to come here and practice a few times, but the dynamic was different and it was a large adjustment. The girls are extremely excited and they worked very hard on this show. So we're really looking forward to it. I now want to introduce Shira Newman and Elisa Kay to say a few words.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but because this is my only time on stage with lights and a microphone on me, you might have to stop me early. Eliza and I have been here 5 and 6 years, respectively, in this camp. We both started out as drama counselors. I've also done my time in the art studio, and I've learned an incredible amount. But coming back as drama director with Eliza this year has really been an incredible journey. Everything's been said. It's said it. We wrote it out in the playbills. Please take a look. But really, we loved working with your daughters, whether they were the art girls and we got to meet them through our art excursions, whether they were the drama girls and we saw them every day for at least an hour and a half. We got to know them very well and we loved them. But you really should know that the driving force behind this is the counselors. Every day, all day long, from 9 to 3:30 or 4, they're with your girls and they're keeping them excited and exuberant and enthusiastic about camp and about the production that they're so proud to put on tonight. And as former counselors, Eliza and I really know how much work went into it. So again, I'm just going to reiterate what has already been said. Danielle Fishkin and Elisheva Kapnick are the ones to really thank tonight. We're very appreciative of them.
And of course, we have to thank the main stars of the show, all your daughters, all your friends, all your fellow camp mates. These girls have put in time and effort and some tears into this production. And believe me, it has not been an easy journey for them, but they have been amazing. They have stepped up in ways that we could not imagine. This show exceeds all our expectations, and we hope you really appreciate it. And as Jen said, this is a location that we didn't practice all the time, so the sound system and the light system are not what we're used to, so we would appreciate minimal talking, if none. And please, please silence your cell phones. These girls have worked for hours and hours and hours, in camp, out of camp, at home, with their families, on putting together this play. We would appreciate your silence and your attention, and without further ado, I give you Willy Wonka Jr.
Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it in dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun and make a strawberry lemon pie? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Willy Wonka makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect all the cream? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. And the world tastes good 'cause the Candyman thinks it should.
pick something. Should I get a Wonka chocolate bar or a caramel? Maybe even a jawbreaker.
Stop it! You're making my mouth water.
It's the Candy Man! Willy Wonka is the best candy maker in the whole world! I know! I can Wonka candy all day long!
Nothing for you, Charlie? Not today. I don't want to spoil my appetite. Looks like your appetite could use a little spoiling. Here, take one of these on the house. Thanks. Delicious. Thanks for the candy. Oh yeah, my mom wants to know if we could borrow the newspaper. I'm afraid it's yesterday's paper, but here you go. What's the world coming to when your family can't even afford the newspaper?
Charlie, your soup's getting cold.
Coming! Thanks again for the candy.
Charlie, come eat. Please pass the soup to Grandma Josephine.
Where's Dad?
He's still at the toothpaste factory. They gave him a double shift.
Oh. Here you go, Grandpa Joe. Cabbage soup.
Every day, nothing but cabbage soup. Cheer me up, Charlie. Tell me, what's the chocolate news?
Wonka's got a new bar out. Mallow bees with flavor shifters.
Flavor shifters. My. Charlie, my boy, one day you're going to work for Mr. Wonka making chocolate bars. Now, Grandpa Joe, don't go filling his head with dreams of candy. Charlie's from a long line of distinguished candy men.
And a woman.
But he hasn't had anyone since Slugworth's spies stole his candy building recipe. Wonka was so angry, he gathered all his workers saying, "I'm sorry, but you all must go home." And then he locked the gates of his factory forever.
But Mr. Wonka still makes candies. I could smell them on my way to school.
But no one goes in, and no one goes out.
Shadow workers.
Maybe the undead. Who knows? Grandpa Joe, you're going to give Charlie nightmares again. Charlie, where's that paper I asked you to get?
Oh, here it is, Mom. It's from yesterday, though. That's all I could get.
That's fine, dear. Well, I'll be a chocolate crispy. Will you look at that? Wonka Factory open to a lucky few. You mean people are actually going to be allowed inside the factory? It says Mr. Willy Wonka has decided to allow 5 lucky children to visit his factory. The lucky 5 will tour the factory and receive a lifetime supply of chocolate.
Tour the factory? A lifetime supply of chocolate? Keep reading.
5 golden tickets have been hidden among 5 million ordinary candy bars. The finders of these golden tickets will win the tour and the chocolate. That's 1,000,000 to 1 shot! The tickets could be anywhere. How exciting! I wonder if any of them have been found yet. This paper is a day old. Charlie, can you imagine winning, touring the factory, meeting Mr. Wonka, seeing for yourself all those undead zombie workers?
And eating a lifetime supply of chocolate.
Charlie, remember, we may be starving, we may be poor, but the Bucket family...
Always thinks positive.
So Charlie went to bed dreaming of chocolate castles, but woke up to a cold, empty stomach. But on his way to school, though, he heard some exciting news. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning. Did you hear the news? Some kid found the first golden ticket. Already? When? Just now, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, people are buying over 50,000 Wonka bars every hour, and the first golden ticket has been found. Here's the family now. Mrs. Troop, may we have a word?
Their name is Gloop, Gloop. Und jetzt mein kleiner Liebchen Augustus.
Tell us about the ticket. Yeah, I just knew my little Pudgy Augustus would find this golden ticket. He eats so much candy that's almost impossible for him not to find one. In fact, you could say we've been training him for this day ever since a little Pudgy was born. Training? Oh yeah, for the young to eat as much as Augustus needs to be trained from morning to night, eating all kinds of foods. Augustus, tell us about your daily menu.
Well, breakfast is eggs and 10 pancakes with syrup, a pieces of toast with juice in a cup. Then I have 5 bowls of sugary cereal, but that's not the end of my very first meal. I have 2 full plates of fried chicken cutlets, and then my 6 donuts for wafers and chocolate. My drawbreak was pretzels and lots of candies with my carrots and celery and cabbage and peas.
20 bars of chocolate with morning snack, a jar of cookies and popcorn filled back. My darling will eat 7 bags of potato chips because he's my Augustus and always gets his wish.
For lunch I have pizza, 4 pies at the least, lots of fries, onion rings, and soda, but a feast. Dinner is 6 steaks, medium rare, hot dogs and hamburgers, maybe I'll share.
When my sweetie boy goes to buy food in Vermont, he always comes out with 15 full shopping carts.
And in order to give me sweet food for dreams, before bedtime, I have a whole gallon of ice cream. Is it time for lunch now?
Ladies and gentlemen, the worldwide rush for Wonka bars is getting bigger by the minute. It seems that the second golden ticket has been found. I'm Rebecca Pinsal, Pablo Brazil, where things are sweet for Veronica Salt. That's Veruca. Veruca! So, Mr. Salt, I understand that you sweetened up your chances with a little assistant.
Yes, as soon as my angel told me she had one of those golden tickets, I bought thousands of hundreds of Wonka bars. I'm in enough business. Peanuts, because she's mostly business. And I had my factory girls finally selling rattlers instead of.
Daddy! The latest reports said my name on live television. Can you get him fired? Oh, by the way, here you go.
For you, dear anything. Anyway, after days of shelling chocolate, one of my factory girls finally found the silly golden ticket. I let her take it home, the lucky piece of chocolate home to her 17 kids.
How generous. Daddy, now he's being sarcastic. I want it fired, you hear me? Fire, fire, fire!
This is Herbert Carp, where sweet has just turned sour.
Gee, after just one day, there are only 3 golden tickets left.
And both winners are nitwits. You'd think one deserving kid would win.
Mom, what's wrong?
I'm afraid I have some bad news, Charlie. The factory your father works at has permanently closed. Things were tough when he had the job, but now he spent all day and night looking for a new job.
Don't worry, Mom. Like Grandpa Joe says, always think positive. Never let yourself feel down. Just put on a happy face, think some happy thoughts, and you'll be cheerful in no time.
You know what, Charlie? You're right, and I'm positive we'll have something special for supper tonight.
Leftover cabbage soup?
No. Fresh cabbage soup.
Now that's positive.
The Bucket family went out from morning till night with a horrible grumbling in their tummies. But once a year, Charlie got his very special treat.
Hello, everyone.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Charlie! Here you go, Charlie.
It's from all of us.
Go on, open it.
It's a Wonka Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Ballad Delight.
Best of them all. Rita Whipple carefully whipped at 2,700 RPMs for precisely 62.3 seconds.
Grandpa, please. I thought we agreed on another rhythm.
The fudge mellow is the best. You know it. Go on, open it, Charlie. Show us what thinking positive is all about.
But don't be too disappointed if you don't find what you're looking for. The thing to remember is that whatever happens, we still have the ball of candy.
Yes, I know.
For goodness sake, open it, boy.
Please open it. You're making me jumpy.
Well, that's that. Who wants a piece?
We wouldn't dream of it, Charlie.
Come on, Mom. Have a piece. You deserve something special. We all do. After Dad lost his job.
What? It's not true. Charlie, that's not funny. Tell me it's not true.
Stop. We'll never eat again. We'll never
Get a hold of yourself, woman!
It is true, and we will not start. Now, what kind of party is this? Put on the radio. We could spend a little more on electricity.
Really? This is the best birthday ever.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important news flash. A third golden ticket has been found in Hillville, Georgia. And what is your name, young lady?
Violet. Violet Beauregard. Violet, put your knee down so loudly. Remember what we discussed about acting out? You talk a pitch too much.
Now tell us, Violet, how did you find your golden ticket?
I'm a gumshoer, normally, but when I heard about Wonka's contest, I laid off the gum and switched to candy bars. Now, of course, I'm right back on gum. In fact, I've beaten the record set by my best friend, Cornelia Prinzvettel. Listen to this, Cornelia. That's the sound of you listening. Listen to some more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wonka Bar sales are up to over 200,000 per hour. And this just in. The fourth golden ticket has been located here in Television City, California, leaving only the fifth and final ticket to be found. We're live in the room on Mike TV, the finder of the fourth golden ticket. Let's talk to his mother. Tell us about finding the golden ticket, man.
You see, Mike and I were... Shh! This is the best part. Crap! Spat! Whap! Dead! Did you see me kill him? That was totally awesome!
Very cool. Now, Miss TV, about that golden ticket.
Yeah, I got some golden tickets. So what? That means I'm gonna miss at least an hour of my second favorite TV show. And I have to leave the house to some old chocolate factory. Whatever. Hit it! Hit him harder!
Now, which school does our golden ticket winner attend?
What are you crazy? Who needs school? I got the internet, Xbox, TV all right here. I don't need school.
There's so many educational programs on TV for Mike to watch and learn all about science, nature, and history.
I learned about physical fitness by watching basketball games and Body Slam. And I've been all around the world by using internet and Google Earth.
Isn't he smart all without going to school?
But the show is starting. Turn it off. I've had enough of these rats. Grandpa Josephine is right. We all need our sleep. Can Grandpa Joe tell me one Wonka story? Just one, please. All right, but just one. And no zombie worker stories. You need your sleep. Charlie, look here. It's a Wonka Nutty Crunch surprise. But where? You get it.
I've been saving. Open it.
I can't. I'm too nervous. You open it.
Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing. A good thing, really, because chocolate's very fattening.
You're right, Charlie. A lifetime supply of it. You'd be the size of a dome on Capitol Hill.
I
cheer up, Charlie. You can't give up on your dreams.
Past and within the final ticket still refuse to show up. The city is blanketed with bitter freezing snow. Charlie, where's your coat?
I haven't got a coat.
Here, take my scarf, or you'll freeze to death.
Thanks.
Oh, Charlie, would you grab that last case of nut crunchies for me? I don't want them to freeze.
Sure. I think you dropped this coin.
What's this? It's not mine. Take it home to your folks.
You think I should? Maybe I should put up a notice.
That coin's probably been buried there in the snow for weeks. Take it. And take this for being such a good kid.
Really?
Yes, really. You deserve it.
It is so good. A perfect blend of Belgian dark chocolate, a New World light, with subtle overtones of Moroccan espresso. Wonka's a genius. Thanks. I better get to school. Do you think I could have just one more? I'll pay for it.
I'd give you another one, but my boss is pretty strict about inventory. What'll it be?
Well, actually, I think I'll share this one with my family. Grandpa Joe likes the Wonka Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mallow Delight, but Grandma Josephine likes the Nutterific.
Then you should get the Whipple Scrumptious Nutterific Totally Twisted Combo Bar. It's stressed out. Here you go. I know you're gonna share in it all, but you might as well have a little taste, you know, to make sure it's not bad or anything. Here you go.
On one hand, you could be just some ordinary chocolate bar. On the other hand, you could be the key to Willy Wonka's treasure chest. Oh, whichever you are, I'm hoping for the best. Think positive. Think positive. Think positive! Look what happens! Look what happens! That's what happens when you think positive. Look, I found it! The last golden ticket!
You did it, Charlie! Grandpa Joe, you should accompany Charlie on the tour. That is, if you think you could handle it.
Handle it! You try and stop me!
When the big day of the tour finally arrived, Charlie and the other winners stood at the gates of the factory, excited but also a little nervous.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, where history is about to be made. You are all about to meet the chocolate genius of the century. And here he is now, Willy Wonka!
Welcome, my little friends. Welcome to my factory. Augustus Gloop, please step forward.
Where's my golden tickets, Mr. Wonka? Achoo!
Ew.
Cold. Martin is Veruca Salt.
I always thought Veruca was a word, but you don't look like a word at all.
How you doing, Wonka? Salt's the name. I'm Nuts. Nuts for nuts, that is. An operation like this goes through a million nuts.
Make that 1,000,001 your ticket.
Here's your silly golden ticket. Can I get back after the tour?
Of course you can, my dear. Of course. Violet Beauregard!
I hear ya. Here's our ticket.
No gum chewing allowed on the tour.
But you make gum.
Violet, Mr. Wonka asked you to remove your gum from my mouth.
Do we need to negotiate? Blah, 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 whatever.
Mike, Mr. Mike TV and guest.
Hold your horses up, coming a commercial coming up.
Here's our ticket, Mr. Wonka.
Scrumptious. Oh, and Mike, there's no wireless internet, 14 hours, or cell phone reception in the factory. None whatsoever. Chuck Bucket!
It's Charlie, Mr. Wonka. Here's our ticket.
So you're Charlie Bucket. Odd coincidence you found your ticket just in time.
Now see here, Wonka. If you're saying our ticket's a phony.
Nice to meet you too, mister.
I used to work for you. You know me, Wonka.
Do I? Well then, let's proceed with the contract. All of you raise your right hand. Violet, other right.
Rude.
Okay. Repeat after me. I hereby swear.
I hereby swear
Not to touch.
not to touch,
Malign.
Malign.
Assign.
Assign.
Clutch.
Clutch.
Share.
Share.
Tear. Or wear. Non-such party.
Non-such party
Of the first part.
of the first part
And so on.
and so on.
Please sign, Lou.
Now, without my lawyer, let me give him a ring.
No cell phone reception. No internet reception. Stop.
Ha! Where do I start?
Sign right there.
Veruca Salt. Oh, sorry? You are like something. Just take it.
Everybody ready? Then let's go!
Willy Wonka led the group through twisted and turning hallways, passing many doors along the way. Mr. Wonka, how does Tabernacle such a factory have?
Good question, Augustus. About 1,700 candy-making rooms.
1,700?
Yes.
Is the room getting smaller or am I getting taller? Achoo!
Disgusting!
Isn't I?
Everybody step together. I'd hate to lose any of you so early in our journey.
We'll be crushed! This is a joke, right?
Everybody step together. Now! If you want to be the magic man, close your eyes. Become a dreamer. Use your imagination. And here we have the chocolate smelting room, where thousands of miles of copper pipe whisked through the earth, carefully chilling the chocolate to precise temperature for dipping strawberries.
Mr. Bonka, I want to taste that chocolate river.
No matter how tempting, and isn't it deliciously tempting? Do not touch the chocolate. It will instantly harden like cement.
Look over there. It's some sort of a creature.
Freeze! Put your hands where I can see them!
No need to be worried. That, my friends, is an Oompa Loompa.
A zombie worker.
No! Not a zombie worker. A refugee.
From where, Wonka?
All of my workers are Oompa Loompas from Loompa Land.
See here, Wonka. I was geography teacher and...
Then you know all about Loompa Land. And its thick jungles infested by hornswogglers, snazzy workers, and those nasty wing doodles.
Wingles?
What's gotten into you? They do not exist. Yes, they do. And a wing doodle just loves to sink its sharp, vicious fangs into you. What is with you? Augustus, my chocolate must never be touched by human hands.
Too late.
It's gonna give us colds to millions of people.
It's too good. I think I had too much chocolate. Achoo!
Augustus! He's frozen like a magic shell!
It looks like a chocolate statue.
You've had an early revelation. Augustus has fallen into the chocolate river. Shame, really. He seemed to know so much about his foods. Take Augustus to the strawberry derby. Heat him up to precisely 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Or is it Celsius? No, Fahrenheit. But no higher, or he may spontaneously boil. And that would be a tragedy.
Because Augustus would be damaged?
My dear, Augustus was damaged a long, long time ago. A tragedy would be wasting the chocolate. Goodbye, Mrs. Gloop, and good luck. Now, if everyone could just follow me this way.
Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats. What are you at? Getting terribly fat. What do you think will come of that? I don't like the look of it. Oompa loompa doopa dee da. If you're not greedy, you will go far. You will live in happiness too. Like the oompa loompa doopa dee doo. Willy Wonka led the group to the next part of the tour on a full-size pink candy boat. The rides through the chocolate tunnels were terrifying, with scary shadows flickering along the walls and strange voices coming from different candy rooms along the ride. Wonka, I demand to know where we are going. There's no way of knowing where we are going.
Here we are! In this room, my most secret inventions are cooking and simmering right in here. Voila! Three-course dinner go.
Gum. Violet, be careful.
A gourmet meal without any of those nasty calories.
Gum.
The most dazzling gum in the world.
Gum. That gum is so mine.
Oh no, don't touch it. Here you go. Thanks. Other.
Oh. It's so good. It really just repeats too.
You're so busted, Violet.
That gum is gonna do it, girl. I asked her not to chew it.
Too late. Always have to chew gum.
Violet, it's not good for you. You're Violet. You're turning violet.
Violet, my daughter's turning violet.
Like a blueberry, nice and round.
Violet, now you really did it. Now you really blew it.
Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. Chewing's fine when it's once in a while. It stops you from smoking and brightens your smile. But it's repulsive, revolting, and wrong. Chewing and chewing all day long. The way that a cow does. Oompa loompa doopa dee da. Given good manners, you will go far. You will live in happiness too. Like the oompa loompa doopa dee doo.
Well, well, well. 2 naughty little children gone. 3 sweet little innocent children left.
Mr. Wonka, will Violet ever be all right? Or will she always be a blueberry?
Very probably. Come along. We have so little to see and so much time. Stop. Reverse that. There we go. And here we have the fizzy lifting drink room.
do that is so remarkable?
What do they do, Wonka?
One sip of my fizzy lifting drink and you'll float on air.
On air? Wow!
But unfortunately, my legal advisors have forbidden even the tiniest taste. Don't worry, I have more exciting things to show you.
Hello. Wait, Grandpa Joe, wait for me. Oh my. Mr. Wonka? Anyone?
They've left us behind.
Grandpa Joe, what's that? Try it. Hello? Who's there? Try it. Try it.
Should we?
Well, I suppose one teeny taste couldn't do any harm. Whoa! Look, Grandpa Joe, I'm flying.
I'm like a bird.
I'm like an airplane. Whee!
Wait, Charlie, listen. What's that sound?
I don't know, but it's getting louder. Maybe we should float down.
Charlie, look up. It's a fan. It's sucking us up. Try to float down.
I can't.
Try, Charlie, try.
I can't.
It's gonna cut us to bits.
Think positive.
I can't.
Think.
Wait, burping's the answer.
This is fun. Whee!
Get a load of this one.
I love burping.
Happy birthday to me.
So you see, cocoa beans contain lots of caffeine to keep you awake when your teachers are boring you.
Now, just step this way, and Charlie, do stay with the group. We wouldn't want you to float away, now would we? And here we have the Nut Brew!
Wonka, are those squirrels?
Right you are. Eventually, these squirrels will remove the walnut from a shell in one whole piece, at the same time sorting the good nuts from the bad nuts.
They're so adorable.
Whatever you do not, and I repeat, do not disturb the squirrels! They're in training.
Hey, woman! Daddy. Okay, Wonka, how much for a squirrel?
They're not for sale.
See here, Wonka. I want a squirrel. I want a squirrel and an Oompa Loompa.
I want a squirrel, an Oompa Loompa, and a pink candy boat. And while we're at it, I want treats. I want candies. I want a party. My own pony. And I want it all. And I want it now. Veruca! Daddy's coming!
What will become of them?
Well, that particular chute was to the garbage incinerator, but there's a chance it might not be lit.
A chance?
Yes, well, it's generally lit only every other day. I'm not quite sure if today's burn day. I guess we'll find out. Come on. Onward and upward, backward and forward. Off we go.
Please answer something. I will be with you.
It's such a shame. She was so deliciously bossy and a natural captain of industry.
Oompa Loompa, Doopa-Dee-Doo. I got another puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa, Doopa-Dee-Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. Who do you blame when your kid is Wonka commercials.
Wrong! You are all familiar of how television works, yes?
Yeah, big deal. What does this thingamajobble do?
Sorry, I'm going to deaf in that ear.
I said, what does that thinga do?
Sorry, I'm going to be deaf in that ear as well.
What's the Loopy Doompy doing?
Well, television gave me a wonderful idea. If you can send a picture by television, why not a candy bar?
That's impossible.
That's very possible. Imagine sitting at home, watching TV, and a commercial comes up. Try a Wonka bar. Try it now. With a touch of a button, there it is. But it has not been properly tested. Therefore, nobody should touch it.
Hey, look at me. I'm going to be on TV. He's gone.
Oh dear, I do hope some part of him is not left behind. We've never sent a person before.
Look, something's happening. Dude, look at me. I'm the first person ever sent my phone.
Mike, I asked you not to touch it.
Put me down. I want to be on TV. I want to do it again.
He's completely unharmed.
Unharmed, he's barely 6 inches tall.
Yes, well, that might be a problem. But I find small boys are very swingy and stretchy. I got it, the taffy punch. That should do the trick.
How far do you think he'll stretch?
Who knows, maybe miles. Exit that way. Oh dear.
Oompa, loompa, doopa dee doo. I got another puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, doopa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. What do you get from a ton of TV? A pain in the neck and an IQ of 3. Why don't you try simply reading a book? Or could you just not bear to look? You'll get no commercials. Oompa, loompa, doopa dee da. Turn off the TV and you'll be a star. You will live in happiness too. Like the oompa, loompa, doopa dee doo.
Well, thank you both very much for coming. I'm sure you can find your way out.
That's it? What about Charlie's lifetime supply of chocolate?
Yes, a lifetime supply of chocolate. Each of the children will receive their chocolate in the mail. Other than that, the day has been a total waste of time and chocolate. Good day, Charlie Bucket, and goodbye. The door is right there.
Goodbye, Mr. Wonka. Mr. Wonka, I don't deserve a lifetime supply of chocolate. You see, I tasted the fizzy lifting drink, and I'm very sorry. Thank you for a wonderful day and tour. It was better than anything I could have ever imagined.
You did it, Charlie, my boy. You did it. You did it.
Did what?
I created this contest with one purpose in mind. I need someone to make new candy dreams come true. And I want Charlie to be that person.
But I don't understand.
Charlie, you did something quite remarkable. You gave in to temptation. And then you were smart enough not to get caught. And yet you admitted your guilt. And that kind of a person needs to be my heir.
But the other kids,
They'll be fine. They'll each receive a consolation prize, a lifetime supply of chocolate.
That's the consolation prize? Then what's the real prize?
Charlie, do you love my factory?
it's the most wonderful place in the entire world.
I am pleased to hear you say that. Because from this moment on, it's yours.
What do you mean? I mean, you want me to run this entire factory? What about my family? My mom and my dad and Grandpa
They
Joe
can
and...
all live here.
I'd love to. I positively love to.
First of all, I want to thank all the girls. They did an amazing job. Now, I know everybody else listed how many years they've been doing this, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm Yael Patinsky. I do work in the camp, and since my oldest daughter was in the drama program, it's become my job to do the end of the night wrap-up and thank yous. So we will keep that tradition going. First, we would like to thank Shani Motechin and Panina Richmond for allowing our Rachel girls to participate this year. Shani and Panina, thank you for all your hard work and coordination in that. Next, Mrs. Adrienne Hoffman for the beautiful art show. Thank you. You're going to get away with not coming up on stage. Mrs. Jen Friedman, thank you so much for working with all the girls this summer in all the different Manuyot divisions that were on the stage and that were not on the stage. But I am saving for the last thank yous. Can everybody be quiet for just a minute? These two ladies worked so hard putting this together. Anything, kol hatchalot kasho, everything that's new is a little bit difficult. The new place, the new program, and new people running it, and they came up with a program, and they worked with the girls, and I saw all their hard work in the office, and they did a fabulous, fabulous job from before, and now that we can say from after. Thank you so much, both Shira and Eliza.
We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you again to all the girls. Our wonderful to see you next year. Have a great school year.
Thanks for coming. Congratulations, everybody. It was excellent. Don't worry, your pure imagination.
Hi, I was Charlie in the play and I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Elise and Shira, for putting this all together. Bye.